Hey, what's going on YouTube? My name is Xavier. Thank you for joining me on my channel today. If this is the first time watching one of my videos, I always like to encourage discussion. Definitely the more we talk, the more we understand each other, the more we'll be able to learn that way. So definitely leave a comment in the comment section today after you watch this video. Let me hear your thoughts. Like this video, subscribe, share. Definitely will help out this channel a lot. But I'm going to be talking about Drew Brees' American flag comments yesterday that he made. I don't think they're too controversial, but there's definitely a big hoopla about it. So just going into it, and actually wrote down his quote. He actually did it on Yahoo Financing, an interview on there. He's a prominent NFL quarterback on Yahoo Financing doing the interview. I don't know why it's not on ESPN or NFL Network, but hey, I just wanted to take a quick jab at that. But quoting Drew Brees, it says here, I would never agree with anyone disrespecting the flag of the United States of America in our country. So a couple of points there kind of get started, Drew Brees. So I don't know how many times Colin Kaepernick tried to say, many black Americans, and now many Americans who are now protesting and rioting and doing whatever are trying to get across the point. This is never about the American flag, man. I don't know why that's still confusing to a lot of people out there. This is nothing against white people in general as well too. I've been seeing some things trending on certain social media websites. This is not against white people. I have a lot of white friends, a lot of white people close. One of my nephews is white. So, I mean, I got nothing but love for white people. I'm very sure it's like most other Americans as well, too. We generally, we don't like each other, for the most part. So it's definitely not about race in that sense of being against one particular group or disrespecting the flag. It's never about the flag. It's about police brutality. So, not going to go into that too much more. I don't understand why that's confusing. Colin Kaepernick. Now, he originally, if you guys can remember, he actually sat down, I believe, the first time or two during that national anthem, and he actually spoke to someone who was in the military. I believe his name was Nate Boyer. He's a former Green Beret, tried out for the Seattle Seahawks as a long snapper. He actually advised him, like I said, this is the actual military member, advised him, hey, instead of sitting down, that's a little bit more disrespectful. How about you at least take a knee during the national anthem? Now, let me go ahead and play devil advocate for one moment. So, Colin Kaepernick is at his place of work, a private institution or private business, per se, meaning the NFL. He got the owner. He didn't run this by his owner, the man who's actually paying him, by his GM, his coaches. Now, as you know, as like most things, do you have the ability to do whatever you want to do at work? No. So maybe, yeah, devil's advocate, maybe he should have ran it by a coach, a GM, an owner before he started doing that. Obviously, he was doing it because it was going to be on national TV. He was trying to get his message to America rather than, like a press conference, which who watches press conferences, or him holding his own press conference. He was a backup quarterback at that time. He was a notable name, but no one was trying to really hear from Colin Kaepernick. So he did what he did to get his message out. Now, whether or not he shouldn't have done that at his place of work, another conversation. Good point if you want to bring up that argument. But I don't really have too much of a problem with what he did. But like I said, I can see why you might have a problem with what he did in that instance. Drew Brees often referenced his family history. Like when I look at the flag, I think about my grandfathers who served in the military and all the men and women who fought and died for our country. Okay, listen, bro. Both my grandfathers served in World War II. I got my dad who did 20 years in the Air Force. My sister served in the Air Force. I have a brother-in-law in the Air Force. I have cousins, uncles, and aunts, Army, Marines, Air Force, you name it. I got friends who served in the military. I work with a lot of military each and every day. So I have a lot of respect for people in the military who fought and served and died for our country. But bro, this is not about, what you see, and I get it. From a psychological standpoint, we can only really comprehend to what we've experienced ourselves. So I get it, Drew Brees. You think about, your grandfathers and what they did and your family, but you have to look at it from our perspective. My grandfathers, this is what, it's still in the 1940s. They didn't probably come home to a big parade and celebration. They came home to a Jim Crow. They came home to redlining. They came home to more lynchings and segregation and things of that nature. So you think that when we see the American flag, it means the exact same thing. When you see the American flag, that's the whole part of the conversation. We're trying to get people to see it from our perspective. Like I said, there's multiple different perspectives. So like I said, I get it from that sense, but man, you got to listen. People have been crying out for hundreds of years. I mean, now people are crying out more than ever. Listen to what we got to say. We understand that your family served. We all have family served. I actually got some fun stats for you right here. Obviously, majority of the military, not high percentage, 50%, 60% male and female, are Caucasian. But I believe black people are at the second highest majority in the military. Black women make up 29.22% of all armed forces members. Black men make up 16.82%. The highest minority out of all the groups pertaining to Latinos, Asians, Native Americans, things of that nature. So the black people are represented in America. Don't get it twisted. So we're definitely very patriotic, and we've, like I said, once again, fought and served for our country as well, too. So like I said, just listen from a different perspective. The flag is not representative to you as it is representative to what it means to everybody else. Now, like I said, I personally don't got a problem with the American flag, but with everything that's going on, we have to understand. Let's give this analogy real quick before we finish up. If you see a wedding photo of a couple, now if you know that couple, and you know, okay, man, that dude's cheating on his wife, he's beating his wife as well too. Yeah, they have a nice, happy family photo, but you know, based off that picture, it's like that's not the family that you want to have. That's not the family you want to portray. That's just the image that they're sending off. So if you see that American flag and it's representing something to you, maybe if you, from your perspective, if you don't know that family, okay, it's cool. Just a nice, normal, suburban American flag family. But when we see it and you personally know it from your own experience, you're like, that marriage ain't gonna last. That's not a good marriage. They need to get away from each other. It's not a. She needs to get away from him. He needs to get away from her. Yada yada yada. So just think about it in someone else's context. Come on, Drew Brees. Like, you're better than this. You know this. You gotta know this. You are surrounded and you work around, majority of black men in your profession. You gotta have these conversations. You gotta get outside your bubble. It's not just about your perspective. Like I said, let's listen to people. That's all we can ask for. But yeah, just that's what I took from that. Like I said, you can do better than that, Drew Brees. You're still one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. Hopefully you learn from this. Hopefully you grow from this. I'm not for sure, what apologies and what you got to do to make this up to some of your teammates and some of the people in your city, New Orleans. But I have faith that you can do so. But definitely take from this, learn from this, hear from what we're saying. That's all we're asking for. But once again, thank you for listening to this video. My name is Xavier. Like I said, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me hear what your thoughts are about what Drew Brees said. There's a video, like I said, on Yahoo Finance, and that you can look it up and you can actually view that and hear exactly what he was saying. Like I say, subscribe to this channel. Be doing more stuff like this and even more. Once again, my name is Xavier, and you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching.